The body quietly decides whether to spend energy simply surviving or invest energy rebuilding itself. That decision is made long before fatigue ever reaches conscious awareness. After the age of 50, the balance begins to lean in the same direction again and again. The result appears slowly. Climbing stairs demands more effort. Afternoons feel heavier. Sleep no longer restores what the day has taken away. Hidden deep inside the body is a valve that regulates this decision, and that valve can be opened again. That valve lives inside your mitochondria, the energy-producing centers found in every cell of your body. When they are young and properly stimulated, they constantly renew themselves through cycles of cellular cleanup, rebuilding, and multiplication. During long periods of physiological monotony, those renewal cycles begin to slow down. The cell stops replacing its energy engines and starts operating with aging machinery that is less efficient, less responsive, and no longer capable of producing the same level of metabolic heat. The Kybalion teaches that everything moves in cycles, and everything has its own rhythm. A body that loses variation also loses rhythm. When physiology becomes monotonous, regeneration gives way to preservation. The temple no longer invests in renewal. It simply manages what remains. If you recognize this fatigue as something deeper than ordinary tiredness, the guide Healing in Motion contains complete practices designed to dissolve the body's conservation pattern, restore deep breathing, and reactivate your internal energy axis. If that resonates with you, you can access the guide through the first pinned comment. David Hood demonstrated that PGC, 1-alpha, the master regulator of mitochondrial renewal, responds to specific signals such as temperature variation, physical exertion, and brief breathing pauses. Yoshinori Osumi demonstrated that physiological fasting activates the body's cellular recycling process. When the nervous system interprets low internal energy as a threat, it shifts into conservation mode. Signals of healthy variation interrupt that cycle. Now let's put this into practice. You will need access to cold water, a place where you can walk comfortably, and a few moments of presence in the morning, afternoon, and evening. Start with the morning, breathing and cold exposure. Before anything else, place one hand over the center of your chest and the other over your lower abdomen. Notice your breathing. Inhale slowly through your nose. At the end of the inhalation, hold your breath for 3 to 4 seconds before exhaling. That brief moment of controlled scarcity stimulates PGC, 1-alpha, and teaches the cell to adapt to variation. Repeat this cycle 5 times at a slow, relaxed pace. When you finish your shower, switch the water to cold and remain there for 30 seconds. Feel your skin awaken, your chest expand, and your attention settle fully into the present moment. This cold exposure acts as an initiatory signal. It increases norepinephrine, heightens alertness, and tells your nervous system that your body still responds powerfully to challenge. Physiological courage begins here. Later in the day, introduce the second stimulus, movement and heat. Take a walk at a pace that naturally deepens your breathing. Feel your hips opening with every step. Notice the soles of your feet responding to the ground beneath you. Sense warmth gradually rising through your legs. This rhythmic movement tells your muscles that life still demands strength. Clinical studies have shown that regular heat exposure, whether through sauna sessions, prolonged hot baths, or brisk walking that raises body temperature, is associated with lower markers of cardiovascular aging in older adults. If you have access to a sauna or can finish a workout with deliberate heat exposure, use it. Sweat is alchemical fire. It is a reinforcing signal that tells the body its structure is worth investing in. A body that becomes warm through effort and intention learns that it is still worth rebuilding. In the evening comes the third practice that completes the cycle, emptiness and nourishment. Finish your last meal at least 2 hours before going to bed. This metabolic pause creates the quiet environment that autophagy requires. As nutrient availability decreases, the body begins clearing away worn-out mitochondria and prepares space for healthier ones. Physiological fasting is an invitation to renewal. With your final meal, include pomegranate, walnuts, or berries. In 2022, Liu and colleagues, publishing in JAMA Network Open, showed that urolithin A compound produced from pomegranate, directly stimulates mitochondrial biogenesis in older adults. Before going to sleep, rest your hands over your solar plexus and notice the warmth accumulated throughout the day still circulating within you. A body that receives consistent signals to rebuild rests differently because its cellular workshop remains active through the night. Mitochondria are like glowing embers. They remain alive even when buried beneath the ashes of comfort, monotony, and repetition. Every deliberate stimulus, whether cold, heat, fasting, breathing, or movement, acts like a breath of air that reminds the body it is still worth burning brightly. If this message resonates with you, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Then write this in the comments. I activate the hidden valve inside my body and move with the energy I had 20 years ago. If you want to continue this process of energetic renewal, you'll find 22 guided cycles inside our exclusive program, Healing in Motion. You can access it through the first pinned comment. Remember, the fatigue that lasted for years was built quietly. Its reversal can begin with just 30 seconds of cold,